love story was supposed to last a lifetime. But 6 months after a cancer diagnosis, Melissa Labrie's longtime boyfriend was dead.
I was shocked. I was trying to juggle a full-time job and manage being a family and home life, and I didn't know how to cope.
So Melissa sought comfort in heroin.
It numbed me. It numbed the pain. I didn't think about anything. I didn't worry about anything. It alleviated everything that I was going through.
And it quickly spiraled out of control.
I was spending hundreds of dollars a day to support my habit. I lost my job. I didn't have my family anymore. One of my daughters don't speak to me anymore.
She hit rock bottom when she overdosed in front of her young son.
That last overdose, with my son witnessing that, it was devastating.
Like him?
Seeing me go into an ambulance and seeing the Narcan and...
Finally, Melissa uttered the 3 words that saved her life.
I need help.
After detox, Melissa again turned to needles. In her arms, her legs, her head, and ancient Chinese alternative medicine.
I found comfort in acupuncture.
How are you doing today?
Doing okay. Having a little anxiety.
Almost daily treatments at Manchester Acupuncture Studio have given Melissa a second chance.
I don't have that desire or that need to wake up or that sick feeling every morning knowing that I have to have a drug to get through the day.
She plops down on a plush recliner in a big open room, dimly lit with cool earth tones and calming sounds. The community setting, the hallmark of this acupuncture clinic with 2 studios, one in Manchester, the other Nashua.
It's not very fancy, and that's part of the beauty of acupuncture. It's really simple. But we need to make sure that we're giving access as widely as we are able to.
Executive Director and acupuncturist Andy Wegman says that means making treatments affordable. Fees are on a sliding scale, anywhere between $15 and $35. You pay what you can. The price hasn't changed in the clinic's 11 years in business.
We've had lots of people recommend, like, why don't you raise your prices? Because even a change of $5 would negate access for a certain number of folks who rely on this.
And more people are relying on acupuncture, seeking treatment for depression, anxiety, insomnia, chronic pain, and other health ailments. Wegman, who founded Manchester Acupuncture Studio and was a one-man show when it opened in 2007, says it's now one of the busiest clinics in the country. He and his team administer 25,000 treatments a year.
Acupuncture does a really great job at kind of revving your engine down to first gear.
And though the treatment is controversial among medical professionals, the number of physician referrals is up. Dr. Chris Kenny, who practices physical medicine and rehabilitation, believes in some cases acupuncture may be worth first-line treatment.
Obviously, there's a lot of risk with narcotics and prescribing opioids for pain, which is a very common reason that people come to see medical providers. And any other less risk treatments that we can offer, I think, are worth considering. And acupuncture is one of those.
It works for Nikki Casey. She was treated once a week while recovering from drug and alcohol abuse. Now she comes in once a month for a tune-up.
I get instant relief from it. It helps with my depression, my anxiety. I have chronic back pain, and I get treatments for that as well.
She finds it easier to relax in the community setting versus a private room, which is at least double the price.
I usually fall asleep within the first 10 minutes and snore. I woke myself up from snoring here.
One change over the years, Wegman recently switched the clinic from a for-profit to a non-profit.
We were never designed to make a lot of financial capital I think social capital we're very wealthy in.
Melissa can't imagine a day without acupuncture. It's her lifeline.
I'm at peace with myself. When I leave, my mind is clear and I'm able to sleep better at night. And the cravings are definitely reduced. I don't have the cravings.